Bonjour. Hey y'all. So it is I, L'Entrepreneuse K, and this is another video. This is also an informal video, but it's talking about a topic that I think that is important, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet, and even if they have, I'm giving my spiel on it. So the last video y'all saw, y'all know that I was taking nail polish off my nails, and I did my nails. So just this disclaimer, I do not do my nails all at one time, all in one day. Now, I think if I had time and if I had the endurance, maybe, but I have to rest. And there's a technique that I use to do my nails, and these are also my real nails. So I do something to keep them hardened and clean, but on top of that I put regular nail polish on top. So anyway, if you want to know about it, just let me know in the comment section. If not, I may do a video on it. I don't know, probably be on my other channel though. This channel is about service dogs. Okay, so these are my nails if you want to know. If you want to know, I'll show y'all the pictures. Y'all probably can't see that good because there we go. Cause there we go. Cause this light I got in the back is shining. Okay, fuck it. Listen, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Not kidding. It's cold. I'm in the Midwest, and I made me some vegan pho. So don't come over here trying to blast me, cause listen, I made food with the ingredients I have. You wanna see what that look like? Hold up. That's my vegan pho. Some tofu with some onions, some bok choy, some pho noodles naturally, right? And some green onions and garlic and some spices, right? Some pho spices. So I already prayed over my food. So let's talk about it. Also, my service dog down there being a hater, so if I tell him to sit down, it's because he's trying to get my food. And he can't have none of my food. He can have some of that food, that pho in his bowl. That food in his bowl. Okay. This is what the topic is today. The topic is how to understand people and, well, people, friends, associates, family, relatives, right, who utilize service animals during the holidays. And I had this conversation with my friend, and I said, you know what, I have to have conversations with people before I come over their house with my service dog, if they invite me over their house. So there are those people, they be like, it's the holidays, it's food, you can't bring your dog. Well, my dog is a medical assistance dog. Either he going or I'm not going, right? Especially if I'm not driving. You know what I mean? I can't leave when I want to. If my dog is in a kennel, who's gonna feed him? If I'm going all day, who's gonna take him out to use the restroom? Having a service dog is a responsibility, just like any other dog, right? But in order for our dogs to take care of us, we have to take extra special care of them. And so I cannot leave my dog at home all day, right? Now, this is gonna be another myth buster later, just to prepare you, but you can leave your service dog at home, but you should not leave your service dog at home all day for hours like a regular dog. You shouldn't. So they have to use the restroom, they have to eat, all of that, right? They're living things. They need interaction, right? But here's the thing about service dogs. Now, if this is a service dog in training, right? And my last video about mythbusters was saying, like, people usually know when they should probably leave their dog at home, right? At least I talked a little bit on it. I touched a little bit on it. But, like I said, it's going to be a mythbuster for later. But, so, people who utilize service animals, so the handlers usually know when they should possibly, like, leave their dog at home, right? And if you don't know, if you're a handler and you're new at service animals, or you learn about service animals, if you go watch my mythbuster video, it'll talk about one of those things, and just watch the next one, right? I'm happy y'all patient with me. You may not like this video, but somebody gonna watch it, right? What's gonna have low views? I don't know. But, okay. So, I'll just give you a quick tip. It's good to leave your service dog at home sometimes, and this is for everybody, to just common knowledge for everybody. It's good for handlers to leave their service dog at home sometimes because service dogs need breaks. It's very difficult for anybody to work 24/7, right? Some service dogs, even while at home, most of them still task at home. They're still trained, right? And so I have what they call and what I call an on-call service animal. That means, like, he's laying down right now. He's really off. We didn't go anywhere. Actually, I left him home today. I went out for a couple of hours. And he's chilling. But if I need him, I don't have to tell him. You know, he is an immediate response on-call service animal. So that means something that I do triggers his senses, and he's alerted to do his task for me. Right? So, and in order to have a service dog, your service dog don't have to do a whole bunch of things. But when somebody has a service dog and and their dog is smart and young and trainable, really good at training, they might teach their service dog, to do more than one thing. Now, back to the on-call. If they're on-call at home, most oftentimes when they're going to someone, when somebody with a service animal, a service dog, go to your home, their dog still has to behave a certain way, right? Because I tell my dog all the time, like, you free, but you ain't that free. Right? But he still can't run around. He's not a pet. So here's some things that I hear when I go, or I've heard, and sometimes I still hear it, but people just don't understand, and so I'm explaining it. And they say things like, oh, it's okay, he can go wherever. He can't go wherever. He's a medical dog. I brought him because, not just because he's cute, I brought him because I need him. And just like we go into public, I want to shop at grocery stores. I want to go to visit my family for the holidays. I want to go to my friend's party, right? And have my service dog with me, you know, the day that I go with him, if I'm not leaving him at home that day, right? Because he needs to still do his job. Therefore, he needs to be by me, right? Another thing is, a lot of people, like, want to pet them because they're not out in public. But just because a dog is not at the grocery store doesn't mean just because a service dog is not at the grocery store doesn't mean the dog isn't a service dog. It doesn't mean they're not working. So, even in somebody's home, your family home, you should still ask, can you pet the dog, right? A lot of people with disabilities don't always look like they're in pain or they're uncomfortable or you know, that something is going on. And so you can't really tell. I smile a lot. And sometimes I'm on social media in public, around my family, around friends. I'm talking to people. I'm in pain, right? Now, I'm not in so much severe pain all the time where I would have to go to the hospital, but I have flare-ups. And my flare-ups are chronic. And I be in pain. But we can't walk around and cry all day, right? We can't be sad all day, right? Whatever the disability is, we want to have fun. We want to live our lives. We want to enjoy it, okay? In a minute, I'm going to tell you about a story when I was with some friends and I can dance. And that's all I'm going to say. And I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm from the South. Got them diamonds in my mouth. But, H-Town, what up? I'm just kidding. Drake is not from Houston, okay? He might be from Port Arthur, but we all know he's from Canada, but he is not from Houston. And you can be mad if you want to, but that's the truth. And the truth shall set you free. So, yeah, I can dance. And I'll tell you about the story in a second, but they have to do their job. And so it may not look like we are going through it. It may not look like we're in pain. It may not look like we're in suffering. Some service dogs do tasks like let somebody know when they're going to have an epileptic episode or a seizure. And that's important for them to do, right? And so you don't want to pet the dog without asking, because just because they're in your home and you're having an event, you know, it's a party. I even went to the club before with my service dog. I've been to the club. I performed with my service dog. I've done spoken word with my service dog. I've done monologues with my service dog. I give presentations. If I need him, he's there, right? And so we need to make this a norm. But just because we look good don't mean that we feel good. And just because dogs are cute doesn't mean that they're there for entertainment, you know? And yes, sometimes we give our animals, our service animals, leniency, right? Because we do love you and we do want our service animals to know you, and service animals are usually, they're not aggressive. So if you got a service or a dog that you consider a service dog and they kind of aggressive, you might want to just scrap them, right? Or wait, like, yeah. But most people just scrap them if they're aggressive. I mean, bok choy is chewy. By aggressive, I don't mean like somebody startled the dog and they bark or something, or someone like is being violent. Like my dog don't like violence and he's barking and stuff like that. But I mean like growling at kids, growling at people when they see them. Just not being nice, barking at people and growling and not listening or healing and stuff like that, like, you know, or they're out of control and they're not obedient. They're not the kind of dogs I'm saying that should be invited to the cookout. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this is to prepare people and just give you some insight on what it should look like, right? And to help you understand what to expect in the holiday, right? For me, I'll just talk about me, and you can use this as an example, but before I go over people's homes, I say, hey, I'm bringing my service dog with me. And because I teach people this, and it don't really matter if I tell somebody the most kindest way ever, like an angel, people just get mad at me. Some people get mad at me or upset with me for educating them about service animals. It really don't. Some people just be having a bad day. That's what I say. It ain't none of my business. It's my service dog. Don't touch him. And we gonna shop at this store, right? Just like you. just like everybody else. But some people just be upset. They don't care. Right? Interestingly enough, some people get upset and they want space, and they don't want you to tell them anything, but you approach me and my service dog, right, at the grocery store or something. I just wanted space to go get some almond milk, right, in the dairy aisle or the non-dairy aisle. So it's the same thing. I tell people, I say, hey, I'm bringing my service dog. You don't have to tell people about the service dog, but you can, and just tell them, you know, when I petting my dog, if they want to talk to my dog, they have to ask me for consent, and if he's okay, I can introduce him. If I'm feeling okay, I'll introduce him. Because here's the thing, I may not be feeling well, and I need him to be alert, right? We may even play a little, right? Because I can't neglect him because I don't feel good, right? Unless I just can't do anything at all. If you ever been bedridden, then you know what I mean. But, you know, so yeah, I still play with him a little bit. You know, but I tell them, hey, I can tell people about it. I can introduce him if I feel okay, or I can introduce him depending on his temperament that day. So for my dog, and I'm seeing this with some people's dogs too, I have to get my dog in the mindset to work. I can't walk out my house with my service dog all happy, go lucky, gung ho. And that's something that I had said in the last video, the Mythbusters. This bok choy giving me a hard time. And then took all the lip gloss off my lips. So anyway, so yeah, I made it. Where was I? Help me, Lord. Oh, I don't mind telling people and educating them. That's what I do, right? And that not everybody wants to do that. Actually, not everyone who has disabilities that utilize service animals is new for a lot of us too. Some people are new in general, and they trying to figure it out as well. But they know that service dogs help, right? And so they got one to get this assistance. So please give people who have a service dog grace. I learned things about service animals, therapy animals, emotional support animals all the time. New things all the time. Professional working animals all the time. I'm researching it, right? But I'm still learning, right? I don't know everything, and I never will. But what I do know, I can teach you. So they're just learning. So they don't always know how to articulate that. That's why we have mottos and saying with at your service that service animal rights are disability rights. Always assume in public that a dog is a service animal, and always talk to the handler. You know, ignore the dog, right? Because you never know. And that's even on these holidays, okay? You're going to help make somebody who has a service dog handler life way easier. You're going to be more cordial, and you're going to show a lot of more love, right? It's going to make the scene smooth. It's going to be a healthy environment. And that's what we want on the holidays, because let's face it, holidays is difficult. Everybody's struggling. You know, everybody is hurt or grieving from something, you know, whether known and unknown. Things happen around the holidays, right? And so we just try to bring harmony, peace, love, right? I got a table, but I got beads on it. So you want to respect that, and understand that their dog may be working, and their dog probably needs to have these restrictions to make sure that they are obedient, you know. So when I go over people's houses, I may introduce my dog to them. It depends on him, and it depends on how I feel, right? It depends on the people. It depends on the environment. Even if it's a home, if it's a lot of noise and a lot of stuff running, kids running around everywhere, nothing wrong with kids. Kay love the kids. Kay love the kids. However, this is my service dog. I can't let the kids pet him all the time, right? And what I do is, usually when I do let children pet him or ask about him, I teach the children what kind of dog he is. He's a medical dog. Yes, he helps me. He's a service dog. And I teach them consent. Before you touch a dog, you always ask, and then we practice, right? So if I'm teaching and allowing children to pet my dog, I make them ask first, right? I teach them how to ask first. I don't make them ask first. I teach them how to ask first, and then we review that, and then they ask me, and I would tell them before. I say, hey, you know, this is what you do, and if somebody says no, then you can't pet them today, and if they says yes, then you just pet them a little bit with gentle hands, and then, you know, like, that's it. This is not this for the adults here, okay? I don't know if kids gonna understand this, but like, this ain't no petting zoo, okay? You can't just be sitting by us and just be rubbing them all day, right? Even my nieces and nephews, Jesus, okay? And sometimes you gotta tell your family too, right? And you have to tell your family kids. And some people in our families are afraid of dogs, right? And it's okay if you don't want to be by us because we have a dog. But know that this dog is trained, right? Okay, disclaimer, my dog trained, okay? They should be, they're a service dog, they should be trained, okay? And a task or a service dog in training, they should at least have the minimum requirement of obedience if they're a service dog in training. But service dogs that are fully trained should be trained in obedience and task, okay? So, you know, so it's okay, but don't be upset if, because a lot of people are upset sometimes, or they're disappointed rather, you know. And some people be upset, but a lot of people disappointed, and they want to touch my dog during the holidays, and I'm like, oh, we're not in public. I'm like, me and him, we are in public. If it's not my home, this is our home. If it's not our home, that is public, right? And some dogs are, I don't want to say more obedient, but they can distinguish. Here we go. They can distinguish and identify, and they're really good from switching to saying hi and not. Some dogs need, just like some children and some people, they need structure, they need discipline, and some other people or some other children, they have spontaneity, and, you know, they can click this on and click this off, and that works for them. It's like that with dogs. They have personalities, right? It's the same way. And so that might be something that that person needs, right? Now, as far as going outside, a lot of this stuff too is depending on the discretion of the service animal handler, okay? And so I'm sharing my experience. So when someone else has a dog, let's talk about that, right? I got Jupes, and let's say if somebody had a little Coco, little TT, little PP, little Wee Wee, no, stop. But let's say if somebody else have a dog. I've been to places where other people have dogs, right? And their dogs are pets. Also, this is their dog's home. So if you are the host, it's your dog's home. So naturally, your dog is going to walk around and do the things that they do because this is their territory. This is their home. Now, I will let my dog play with other dogs. I will let my dog, like, you know, just be around other dogs and communicate with other dogs and communicate, but, you know, just have the dog pack situation, right? However, because my dog is a service animal, I still have to watch him. I have to make sure he's safe, right? I have to make sure no other dog is aggressive. You have to understand that a service animal is considered medical equipment, okay? And it costs thousands of dollars. Even if somebody trained their service dog themselves, they may have not paid someone to train them, but those hours of training are very valuable. And especially if it's a person who's training their service dog when they have disabilities, it's difficult. It is challenging. We have obstacles. And the reason why we do it is we persevere, we endure, we get assistance. Sometimes it takes longer because you do have disabilities. You want to give up. And for people to not respect that and honor that, we have to honor that, right? It's frustrating. And then you might not see us no more. You might not see me. I don't know about anybody else, but either I'm leaving or I ain't coming back. And that's real. You know, especially if I thoroughly explain it, you know, and it's true. It is so true. So, yeah, I'll let my dog play with him, but I have to watch my dog. I can't just let my dog be outside for hours and hours. He is not a pet. You gotta understand, this dog comes with me to medical appointments, right? Some of our dogs wake us up in the middle of the night. I used to have seizures in my sleep. I used to have nightmares. My dog will wake me up. I don't have him as much anymore, but that's something that he does. Or he'll do DTP on me while I'm asleep. And so, like, while with most people, this is just a dog. We love them, we pet them, we hug them, we cuddle. We do all those things too because that's what happens when you have a dog. It's a living thing, right? But this dog does more than just that. This dog is saving people's lives, right? So if they don't want them to play that day, that means that they need their dog, or it's just their discretion. It's not a good day for them. We don't really even have to give an answer. And I want people to understand that, family, relatives, co-workers, you know, anyone. We don't have to tell you why. Please honor that. Honor that, please, because we honor you, right? What's another thing? Let's talk about the roam. They can roam free deal, okay? I'm bringing it back because I want to talk another perspective about that. Another point with the roaming free. On the roaming free situation, one of the reasons why I don't let my service dog roam free is because he's a dog, okay? Now, my dog doesn't usually just be eating food off the floor, okay? He don't do that. But he is a dog. He can get tempted. He might try. And if it's little things and little cracks and all over the home, I don't know what my dog would eat. That could put his life in danger. In turn, that could put my life in danger because I'm not prepared to get another service dog, or I'm not prepared to have anything in place to replace what he is assisting me with within my disability. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's about taking care of your service dog, or taking care of their service dog, because their service dog takes care of them. And that looks like we can't let them roam around because they may eat anything. Somebody may give them food. And you may think like, you know, if we say don't feed the dog, we won't feed the dog. Oh, I'm just giving them this. Kids give dogs food. Dogs find food, right? Another thing, I'm not sure about nobody else, because some people think that some of us who utilize service animals just want to carry our dogs with us all the time. We not a support pets people. Yes, that's a slug. That's absolutely a slug. Support pets, don't do it. Okay, y'all, don't do support pets. That is not... God forbid they try to sue me, but I know what I'm talking about, okay? Support pets got people walking around talking about they can take their pets to the store. Take your pets to the store if you want to. And then they file a case on you, because we can file on businesses, and businesses can file cases on you as well. And they got more money than most of us. So, you know, if you ain't got no disability and your dog ain't got no tasks and training, and, you know, good luck. Okay? But really, just don't do it. Support pets. You cannot take your emotional support animal everywhere. Emotional support animal have rights in like apartments, right? If they have housing rights, they have rights at like shelters. That's pretty much it. They can't go into public places like pets can't go. That's it. You just can't pay. You don't have to pay rent for or pet deposit for your emotional support animal. And then an emotional support animal have to have a prescription from a licensed professional. Okay, most likely it has to be a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or a therapist because it's emotional support. I don't know if they're gonna take a note, or I don't even know if like, let's say your PCP may be able to write it, but I don't think so. It has to be because it's emotional support to assist somebody with disabilities that has emotional disabilities. That's usually what it is, emotional or mental disabilities. So it's not usually something physical. Ooh. I should have let that little piece boil a little bit more. It was bitter. But so that's not the same thing. Don't waste your money. Okay. Now, another thing about roaming around. Let's say if I didn't feel too well and I took my dog to potty. We've been here a few hours. He's eating some food. He drank some water, some beer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I did hear beer can help get rid of worms, though, and just make sure you give your dog the right amount of beer because one time I did that for Jupes and baby, Jupes had yeah, he was a little tipsy. He ran into a wall, and he about 10 and a half pounds, and yeah, just read the directions and do it right, okay? It was only one day. I didn't get him the whole beer. I just put too much in his bowl. But, so, you're there for a little while. Your dog may have to use the restroom. And some dogs, they alert you when they have to use the restroom, right? But some dogs are dogs. We talking about dogs. We have to watch them. You know, I watch my dog to make sure he don't be pottying nowhere in nobody's house. And people be like, oh yeah, he can roam around. And the next thing you know, he pottied on your floor and you mad at me. And I'm like, you the one said he can roam around. I ain't think he should. And that's why I have to take the initiative for the both of us and say, oh no, that's okay. He has to stay with me. You know, he is on call. That's what I like to tell people. He's on call. He's off duty, but he's on call. That's what we're doing over here. So, that's another reason why I don't let my dog roam around anyone's home. I don't care if I know them. Because I want to make sure my dog doesn't potty somewhere. Another thing that could help people in the holidays or any kind of event where you invite somebody who has disabilities that utilize service dogs is still using the rule not talking to the dog or as much, especially if the handler is talking to the dog, right? Y'all, this food was so simple, but it's so delicious. But so reason being is we want to make sure that our dog understands what's going on and what they're expected to do and obey us, right? Because they're service dogs, they're not pets. They are used to getting commands and being obedient and having certain restrictive behaviors and certain I want to posture, or I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. They're used to a certain mindset when they are working, and that mindset has something to do with we're a team, and I need you to listen to me. And I don't give people my service dog name because I don't want them to call my dog name in public, and we have to have control over our dogs at all times, and that includes having control over our service animals at home. Even in my home, our home, Jupes and I, Jupes can't do what he want to do. We won't even raise dogs like that over here. Not in my house. Okay, y'all know that scripture. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Okay, it don't say that part, but it pretty much say that. But it's like, but me and my house, we serve the Lord. Okay, we don't. You can't rip. You ain't ripping and running ain't allowed in this house. Okay, you can run outside. Okay, there's no such thing as ripping and running. All dogs obedient over here. And that includes at someone else's home, right? Because remember, I said earlier, if we are not in our home, we're in public. You see? And they need to know, no matter where we are, and we're not at home, we're in public, and I need you to make sure you listen. Now, my dog, I don't know about y'all dogs. Y'all know these dogs, they be having attitudes, okay? Right? They be having attitudes. Juice be catching ghosts on me sometimes. But I'm telling you, if I need this dog, he will run to me. I be any obstacle in the way, he there. Where she at? She needs me. I need to help her. I need to let her know. I'm doing my thing, right? But, well, and so that's why we have to have control of our dogs. So you can call their names, but you know, don't overdo it. And like I got a long haired dash hound. We know he cute. Okay, his mama cute. Gorgeous. His mama's gorgeous, okay? His mama's gorgeous. Y'all heard that? That's me. But yes, we know you love them. We love them too, right? I tell people all the time, if you think about getting a service dog and you are getting a dog, and especially if you want a cute dog, okay? Because small dogs have some really good abilities to help people or help certain disabilities, assist certain disabilities, research, right? And we could do another discussion on another day, but they cute. People are going to flock to you, okay? Now, this is my experience. I've been living in Iowa for about, oh, Jesus. Hey, my God. Probably, I think in 2016. Now, when I first got here, Jupes was a pet. Then he became an emotional support animal. Then we trained him to be a service animal. And there is no law that says that can't happen because he was already assisting me with my mental and emotional disabilities. And then I became more physically disabled, and we actually trained him. So that certifies him as a dad. That makes him I ain't gonna say certified. People getting confused about the certification. We ain't got no certifications, okay? He trained, he does his job. I co-trained him with some other trainers, and I did most of the training on my own. And this is why I want to let people know to value those people who actually train their dogs. Some of us know what we're doing. Some of us train dogs in our life, right? And some of these dogs are trainable. Dogs are trainable. Come on now, the police department use the dogs, fire department. We got dogs protecting us in national security. So you can't tell me that a dog can't be trained to assist a person with disabilities to just do a task. Come on now. Okay. Moving forward, because we don't want to be stuck on here all day. What was I going? See, I didn't talk myself into an ADHD spiral. Hold on. Well, I think I was talking about the dogs in public. We have to have control of our dogs. Wow, that's crazy. So, I can't remember right now. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay. It always happened like that. That ever happened to you? It's all good. Yeah, dogs can't be ripping and running, okay? In these streets, not in these houses, not over here, not over here. And they can't rip and run at your house. I'm for surely, for certainly, will not allow my dog to do things at your house that he cannot do here. And some people think that I'm strict on my dog. They think that I don't love my dog, but I do. I love him so much, and he is cute. That's what I was talking about. You know, if you're gonna let your dog run all over you, you don't want no service dog, because you're gonna let your dog get away with stuff. I be telling my dog, I be like, you so cute, Jupes. Now go have a seat, sir. Just have a seat. Thank you. I do. I talk to my dog just like that. If he does something, he'll be like, and I be like, kennel, go get in the kennel. Hey, I need you to sit down. I talk to my dog like this, but I've had him since he was a baby, and that's just the relationship we have. So people know the relationship that they have with their dog. If you know that a dog is going to puppy dog eye you to allow them to do whatever they want to do, a service animal is not for you. A service dog is not for you. So, might want to think about that. Might just want to stick with the ESA. Because I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it later. A misconception, ESAs can't be trained. They can be. Juice was trained. Remember I told you we don't be ripping and running over here? That's how he was so easily be able to transition into a service dog. Because he was trained already. He wasn't ripping and running, okay? He wasn't galloping and galloping. I don't even know if that's a word, but that's what I said. And so yeah, we ain't play that over here. Right? And so, in this household, everybody obedient. I got a master, he got a master. I obey the Lord, by the way, for those people who her master is. Because, you know, some people in the comments be doing the most. Oh, yeah, she is slave. I am. Jesus Christ. Okay. That food was good. It was so good. Now, let me think about anything else before I leave here. Just be patient with people. You know, be understanding. And handlers, it's the same thing, you know. Try to find you some words, some verbiage, or some type of way to communicate or tell people about it, right? And also for people, just don't touch the dog. Ask always. Always ask. Ask always and always ask. I see my service dog as an extension of me. It's like my hair, right? We know the stigma about hair. Some people like to touch people's hair without permission. My hair is on my body. No, my service dog isn't on my body, but he's like a kid. You don't... Alright, I made a video about this, but I heard some of y'all be touching people's kids. Why y'all do that? Why y'all... Okay, I'm gonna back up. Y'all don't be doing... I don't do that neither. Cause, okay, you don't do... Okay, that's fine. Oh, but you know somebody who do. Okay, just kindly tell people, don't touch people's kids. Don't do that. Why you doing that? Anyway, so yes, it's like a kid. I have a responsibility, and so some people think I'm just protective over my dog because I just love this dog. I just want to take this dog everywhere. No. Okay, that's all true. But I've had dogs that were pets before. That, in fact, you know, just like, get out my face because you doing too much, okay? We used to have this dog named Patches. Love Patches to life, okay? But Patches, he was doing the most, okay? And sometimes you don't want your pet up on you. Sometimes I don't want my service dog up on me. But he has him a space and a place, and he's calm. He's chilling. Like, right now, he's just laying here. I ain't gonna show y'all, but okay. So, anyway, yeah, be patient with one another. Understanding. we are getting together because we want to be in each other's presence. We want to be around each other. We want to celebrate. We want to create memories. We want to love on each other, you know, party, whatever. Enjoy a movie, a thing. Enjoy a meal together in your home or at my home. It's the same thing. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is, because this is just a little bonus real quick. It's kind of similar when you go to somebody who has a service dog home. And I think actually I'm going to make that another video, but I'll leave with that. It's similar. So when people come to my home, I have a whole script. I have like things that I say, and I'll go through it, and I'll try to organize these videos later, like organize the content in these videos. I just want to put this out there, right? I don't have a team helping me right now, okay? But if you want to volunteer, just hit us up, you know what I'm saying? All the time. I hate flies and that, y'all. They beating on my nerves. But hit us up if you want to volunteer. We only can afford volunteers right now, okay? But when we do got the money, we gonna give you my money. So I'm so silly. But yes, it's similar when we're at our homes, just a little different. I'll talk about another video. But yeah, we just trying to have a celebration with everybody else, you know. Just respect people, hear them out. Handlers, before you go over the home, talk to the person that has the home, right? And just give them a little insight on like, hey, this is what we do, this is what we can't do. Remember, he is a working dog. I know we love him, but I'm gonna either have to tell people or bring a little pamphlet. It educates some people. If you want, I have some free information on a meet not greet. A meet not greet is when you learn to meet a service animal or service dog. I say animal because miniature horses can be service animals. People can train miniature horses. This is legal and is recognized. And so, but yeah, service dogs, I don't know what I was talking about. That alarm threw me off. But so yeah, educate people. I educate people all the time. Just give them a spiel. Oh, meet not greets. How to meet a service dog or service animal in public. And then maybe I'll even write something up for service animals during the holidays, like just a tip. And it could be a freebie because everybody needs to know this information. This is helpful, okay? I have something to say, but it's another episode. On the next episode, like the Dre, okay? But yeah, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope this gave some insight. I hope that it was entertaining. Not that I'm trying to be, but I just gotta be me. Y'all know that Genuine song? Don't worry about it. So yeah, I just have to be myself. I'm in my home, and this is not a professional. This video probably cringe. I ate food whole time. Y'all seen it? It's gone. I know you see. I have a happy plate. But so yeah, these are some things that you can prepare for and prepare your guests for. And if you want to, you can even send them this video. Now, this video is long, and this video may be too slow for some people's speed. Speed it up. You can speed the video up. You know you can go to the thing, and I speed up videos all the time. So, but yes. Now, on some parts I do talk pretty quickly, and you might want to slow it down. So maybe a medium speed. No? Okay. So yeah. I hope y'all enjoy your day. I hope you enjoy your dinner or your breakfast or wherever you are. And remember, service animal rights are disability rights. And always ask always to pet someone's dog, whether it's a service animal or not. We need consent. And ignore the dog and interact with the handler, okay? Because we are people. We're not invisible. we are seen. We are here. There's never going to be a place or a time without somebody that has disabilities. And some of us will take advantage and be courageous enough to train or purchase a trained service animal to help us with our disabilities. Okay? All right. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. It is L'Entre News K signing off. Bye.